problem area. That PVC pipe. I like that.
Yeah, they already ripped out all the...
Yeah, they done all the remediation.
What was this, LVP you said on top?
It might be laminate. I think it's laminate. Yeah, that's laminate floor. It don't tolerate water.
They have glue on top of this.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna have to get glue on.
Yeah. Well, that's before we install it. Today's more about tear out, prep work, make a defined material list so we know what material we need per day for the rest of the week.
You hear this?
Yeah. That's a very common problem when you're upstairs, steps. Yeah.
So put some screws in there.
Yeah, what you do is before you put your new floor in, you find your joists, go ahead and run screws in it.
Yeah.
There's a joist, measure 16 over, put those, get that squeak out. That way you got a better finished sound. Here's another section. I guess it wasn't heat to dry that now. So after the bathroom, oh my bad.
Got a little notch around the corner there?
Yeah. So it ran through the wall plate and got it here, so the company came, they're already contracted to do this with. And it looks like that's still mighty wet. The good thing about LVP is 100% water.
Yeah.
Water everything.
Yeah.
I can soak it in another water and swirl up.
Yeah.
I told the homeowners, get away from laminates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
LVP's made out of vinyl, right? Plastic.
Yeah. So if they ever have that again, is for water going in the basement, the seal on it again. The seal, so this is a part on the hallway, this is the area for it. Usually we can roll this down too. You can walk around this by stopping at the doorway, you know what I mean? For the first day, when you got a bunch of stuff in the way.
Yeah.
And when we get the new part up, we start down there and walk all the way to the hall. Factory edge coming in this way.
Yeah.
And then over across the hall. And then later I think that in when you're tied into it, it can move around now.
Yeah.
Work it out and go. So you got some you got some leverage there.
Yeah.
Take it out of the bathroom, that's trash. My contract, well, my insurance contract says to replace that with the damage collar.
Okay.
And that promotion.
So this is trash?
That's what they said. I gotta replace that.
Okay.
The inside of it.
Yeah, that's what
I'm gonna do. The new one, I can modify it too as well.
Yeah.
But I think we can maybe cut some of that pipe, maybe it would be small and narrow holes.
Yeah.
We'll put it in a root and put it
More
on.
cleaner than that.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, I just shut the water down. Where it's running outside, the pipe, those pipes. We'll have the water. It's causing another problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so got this. It's kind of moving the root. And then, of course, when everybody don't at the same time, I'll just hand it in.
Oh, good.
So this will come up to the closet. We'll move that somewhere and then take it out. We'll leave this alone for now and don't mess with that for now, these two rooms. And down the hallway. We'll come here. And we're going to take all this up. This is the customer side of the contract.
Oh,
The
okay,
mediation already
yeah.
done what they're going to do, so it's easy to see which one's the homeowner's part of the contract.
It's in different directions too.
And then the insurance part, it's already working, it's no brainer now. So they wouldn't go any farther.
Yeah.
We thought we were going to all up.
Would you even be able to match that material if you had to? Oh, I didn't think so.
Well, they still sell, I think they still sell this sauce. But it may not be exactly the right pattern. It's similar.
Yeah.
But after so many years, they get rid of the old and bring in new.
That's what I figured.
And then, you know, because they got
So that would suck if somebody just
Yeah.
made them replace just that hat.
They got to keep up with the trends
Yeah.
and stuff. So sometimes they discontinue what's not popular.
you're doing this whole open area too?
Yes. Yeah, this is not the insurance side.
Yeah.
That is, this one is more.
But he is
customer
replacing
side.
all this.
So
Okay.
all this will come up. Oh, that's what I was wondering. I forgot where the stairs were. There it is.
Yeah.
So we'll be going downstairs in a minute
Okay.
and looking at what's need to be done. What do you think?
Yeah. Just keep it running the whole time.
So,
Section it up.
we'll come up. We'll have a stopping point with the new floor here, and we'll come up with a better look than this. We'll come up with a better nosing for it. Now, this used to have carpet. So what I talked to the homeowner about was maybe putting the LVP floor right there, but on these steps we could sand these and stain them or paint them
Yeah.
to blend in with the new floor.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what our thoughts are at the moment.
Okay.
Although they could change. Another way you can do it is pull up all the pine boards and you can stain brand new oak treads and get it a nice oak look.
Okay.
But the pine's trendy too, so you can sand it and stain it or full body paint it, whatever.
Okay.
So probably do some LVP flooring right here and create a nose. Some floors, if you run it a certain direction, like where this step up is, you can take and actually heat the floor and put a round bend on it and make it look like a nose built into the floor.
Okay.
Yeah, we done that on some jobs. Depends on the thickness and the tolerance of the floor you put in.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's too thick and it won't, give.
Yeah.
But if it's thin enough, sometimes you can just bend that, shape your own little round nose right there and it ties it in. Then the next floor will lock into it.
Okay.
So we'll see how that plays out. So likewise on this one too, maybe bend it right there. And this is where the water damage from the small bathroom we saw earlier, it came through and bled down and messed all the ceiling tiles up.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got recess. See the edging around that? That's a recess tile. They sell them flat,
Yeah.
and then they sell some that recesses down
Yep.
in your tracking.
I see.
So I see that's the kind he has. So
Yep.
I didn't make a note of that yet. I'm glad we're looking at it before I buy this material.
Yeah.
So normally, what you do on a home, when you build a home, you dig a foundation, footer, floor system, walls, roof, and then exterior covering for weatherproofing interior. But when you're remodeling, that's already done. So what you do is you start from the ceiling down.
Yeah.
Opposite of building a house from the
Yeah.
ground up.
Yeah.
You start from the ceiling down, you prep your ceiling. If it's drywall, you sand it and all that stuff, prep it, primer it, paint it, whatever. And then you work down the walls and stuff like that. So this job down here, yes, what we could do is come in here, we gotta change the flex duct. Some of it got so saturated with water.
Yeah.
So we gotta replace those. Then at some point, we can go ahead and put the tiles in. And then he wants, so this room has, like upstairs, this is more insurance percentage than it is his pocket.
Yeah.
Or the customer's responsibility. What he also wants, not only to fix the ceiling and the floor and all the way through insurance-wise, then he wants to take this paneling down on his side of the contract. So we got two contracts we're dealing with.
He had a serious leak, huh?
Serious. Water goes down, it don't go up.
Yeah, yeah.
So all this paneling, he would like us to, he's hired us, not insurance, but a separate contract, to take all the paneling down, all the corners, outside corners. That means we have to take the door casings loose, all the black trim out, and then hang drywall on it.
Yeah.
So he wants to hire us to do that, because that's not insurance related.
Yeah.
Likewise, this block wall, look, if we look a little closer, then we see that it has the electrical conduit in here. So what do you do with that? I mean, you can paint up to it.
Yeah.
You can put slats on here, flat slats.
Yeah.
And use concrete screws. Or you can just simply buy your 2x4 walls, studs, and build a wall you stand up.
Yeah.
And it's already furred out.
Yep.
To the standard.
Yep.
And then these boxes will blend right in like you just got a recessed box.
Yep.
Then you drywall that.
Yep.
All the way around this whole thing. So the homeowner wanted us to do that on a separate contract. This is not insurance related, of course. And so we're gonna do that. So when you set the wall up, then you gotta play games. Be better to do the ceiling, because then the wall's 3.5 plus a 1/2 inch drywall. when you stand it up, it's gonna come off the wall and cover over that tile a little bit.
Yeah.
So it'd be better to put the tile up first in a perfect world, you know?
Yeah.
Now, sometimes because of shipping or lack of materials, you have to do it backwards sometimes.
Yeah.
You don't want to just shut down your whole, schedule.
Yeah.
So we work around all that kind of stuff depending on supply warehouses and things like that. So outside of this wall and outside of the tile, then we're dealing with the lights. We gotta make sure the balusters are not, like, see how that's humming there? It's
Yeah.
got a wave through it. That means that part in the middle of the baluster that supplies power and then light bulbs, it had to be replaced.
Yeah.
So you can do it two ways. Sometimes those parts are just as much as the whole entire fixture.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just buy the whole fixture, replace it, and you ain't gotta worry about old parts
Yeah.
or water damaged parts.
Yeah.
So we got that going on in here. That's the part, so it's mainly insurance down here, but partly, just about, if you really look at it, it looks like almost 50-50, don't it? The
Yeah.
time I slap these walls, pull all that paneling off, pretty good bit of time, right?
Yeah.
That's just as much time as me to put the ceiling and the flooring down.
Yeah.
So it's about a 50-50 down here.
Yeah.
Although upstairs is a whole lot less insurance, it's more on the retail side.
Yeah.
But this is about a 50-50 down here, so we'll get this all thing back together in the next couple, 2-3 weeks, and make it look upgraded and brand new. So now we run through here, some of the bedrooms. Now we look at this area, this is insurance related. It watered, it softened the drywall, and then we had some, a little bit of rot over there that nobody knew about. So the insurance decided, well, that wasn't water related, that was moisture related, that's why they didn't cut that out.
Around that.
So I told the homeowner, even though it should have been on the insurance side, I'll go ahead and cut that out and put a new piece in there, screw it to the wall with some tack cons.
Yeah.
Then when we hang the new drywall in there, that little piece in here all the way around, then we'll flat tape it with tape and mud and sand it and repaint it. That will cover this room, other than the flooring, it covered as far as the insurance part.
Yeah.
Now, part of the homeowner is, as you can see, looking above, the insurance didn't take, they didn't take the ceiling out here. So in their mind, this is not water damage, although it has some dust and some years of age on it,
Yeah.
as we can all see. But that's part where the customers say, well, since we're doing the insurance part, why don't we just go ahead and add a percentage of new and put me some new ceiling in these rooms that's not insurance related. That'd be the homeowner's responsibility to
Yeah.
me, to the contractor.
Gotcha.
So, once again, are we still at 50-50? Real close down here.
Yeah. Close.
Where upstairs it's a whole lot less of insurance. And of course, every time you do something, the insurance company is supposed to come and run some storage buildings and move all this stuff. It's part of their job. So since they're not here because of weather related, they're gonna reschedule that. What we're gonna do is just work around this area.
Yeah.
So let me back up. I wanna work with ceilings first. Then I wanna work on drywall walls. Then I wanna work for the ceiling down, get that all done. Then we can come in and put the finished floor in at some point. That way we don't drop paint on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say damage the floor.
Right, damage the floor and wear and tear on it. It's a little bit safer. But once again, depending on supply houses sometimes, 2020 was hard to get certain
Oh, yeah,
supplies.
I bet.
And you had to, you had to bring money home too. So
Yeah.
sometimes we just start backwards. You do what you gotta do sometimes. It's
Yeah.
not a perfect system, but we have a goal we try to reach and stay on that. And it makes it go smoother when you
Yeah.
have a goal like that. Okay, so we got that. That's pretty much it, and it runs all through here. Small little bathroom there, closet, bathroom here. Obviously, the insurance paid to have the floor removed, and that's part of the water damage. Once again, if we had the LVP floor originally put down, you still would have to remove it and put fans under it. But
Yeah.
you could probably, especially if a homeowner was gonna have to pay for it, you could probably reuse the LVP.
Yeah.
I give it 2 thumbs. I like it overall. It's just a great product for the money.
Yeah.
And it's a protection, a layer of protection when it's waterproof.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is just cool. Why mess with laminates?
Yeah.
Although you can buy them these days, you can buy laminate cheaper, and then you can buy LVP, but don't put laminate in a water area.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if you put tile in your bathroom, but yet you want laminates over here in your floor, I'm okay with that. But why don't you just put LVP all the way through it?
Yeah.
To me, it looks more trendier and it's waterproof. It's like having an extra layer of insurance protection. So this one's a small little bathroom, nothing fancy. So what we gotta do, homeowner wants me to take out the remainder of the paneling all the way out and put drywall.
Okay.
And that way it upgrades his basement. We've got new ceilings now, and then eventually we'll have new floors. So that in order to do the floor, we have to remove the commode. And A or B, if they're not gonna replace the vanity, which they're not, then it's bolted down pretty good. I'll just put the LV floor around it, trim it out a little bit so we don't get into something that costs the homeowner or me more money.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. I think this is more, you know, just his little man cave, you know?
Yeah.
So he's not trying to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, when it comes to this. Now this is a whole other thing I don't have to deal with. You got a double car garage. The only reason I look in it is we're having rain this week.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I could pull a truck there and unload the flooring
Yeah, if you had to.
down here and also pull up underneath the awning up there and unload the flooring up there so we don't have to carry it up and down the steps for days. So, you know, part of the job is a lot of planning and readjusting along the way. Well, that's enough for now, and we'll come back to you and upgrade it when you see some progress, and we'll add to the video and cross your fingers.